I didn't tell Noah we were seeing it. It was a surprise after school one day. We went and we got food and then we he was like, "Oh, I want to go see a movie."
And then because we were we were going to a restaurant near a movie theater, I was like, "Man, I really want to go to the movie theater."
But nothing's out right now.
Because I didn't know that Sonic 2 was out.
And so and then we were walking up there. He's like, "Where are we going? Are we going to the movie theater? Why are we going to the movie theater? There's nothing out right now." And we walk in, and the guy's like, "Oh, you guys are going to see Sonic 2?" And Noah's just like, "What? What? We're seeing Sonic 2? Thank you!" It was pretty cute, man.
And then I was like walking by the picture. I was like, yes, guys, say it. Yeah, I was like that.
Yes.
Oh, and I got Mountain Dew at the restaurant.
Yes. I'm a horrible parent. I gave my child Mountain Dew.
No, you're not a horrible parent. You're the best parent ever for doing that.
Welcome. This is a special episode of Ball Guys and Bad Movies. This is episode 8. And for episode 8, we're doing something a little bit different, aren't we, Mike?
Yeah. So, my son has been asking me over and over again if we could do Sonic the Hedgehog Part 2. And I told him absolutely, but it wasn't going to be me and Troy this time. It was going to be me and him. And so this episode is me and Noah reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I think you guys are going to love it.
Well, I know I'm going to love it. I can't wait to hear it. Because at this point I'm recording this, I have no idea how it went. But you said it was pretty fun for both you guys.
Yeah, he loved it. He had such a good time doing it. He was just beaming the entire time. And so I definitely think these little special episodes are something that, whether or not it's a full episode or we just have maybe someone in to give a little bit of flavor, a little bit here and there.
This will undoubtedly be the cleanest episode of Ball Guys and Bad Movies.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm going to keep it clean even for this intro because
absolutely.
How, I can't imagine having your sweet cherub of a boy smashed into the audio from my filthy mouth. So
yeah, well, I don't help either, but yes, we're keeping it clean, and just so everyone knows that that explicit E next to this episode is incorrect. So
and I'm excited for this because I listen to other reviewers and other people, and you and I have talked about, we've been to countless kids movies and we talked about it, reviewed it, but I've never heard anyone review it with a child or get a child's official take. I mean, it's probably out there, but I don't recall seeing anything like this.
Right.
So
the one thing I will say is I'm a little disappointed we didn't do this sooner, because it would have been nice to have it a little bit fresher in my mind. But that being said,
it's an episode with both you guys going,
He remembered a lot more than me, man. He was trying to get into telling the whole plot. He was starting from Sonic 1 and working his way all the way through both movies.
He's going to make us look bad, man.
I know,
you sure
man.
we want to do this? Because,
well, you know what?
From the mouths of babes, they will shame us.
He loved doing it, man. He had a great time.
Well, that's fantastic. Maybe he could be our resident roving reporter, our roving reviewer. So in any other kids movies that come up, we can get Noah's take. It'll be a special segment.
Well, you know what we should do? I think
my dog's eating my cat back there. Anyway,
I think we should like anytime it's a movie, like a Marvel movie or something, we should definitely have him pop in and give his two favorite moments of the movie, his review, how much he liked it.
I'm all about it, man. But if I do a review and it's got a lot of my filth in it, and then we put your cherub of a son somewhere in it, I'm gonna feel like a piece of garbage.
Okay, I see. I mean, it's not that. You're not that bad, dude. I mean, it's not like you're. I mean, come on, man. I think you're.
Yeah, but if you put a kid in there, even like the medium
but
hot sauce would be spicy all of a sudden.
Give me a break, though, man. Like, if we're reviewing Spider-Man No Way Home or something like that, how bad's it gonna get, bro? You know what I mean? It's one thing if we're talking about...
I thought you knew me, Mike.
Well.
I still haven't seen Sonic 1. And I haven't seen Sonic 2, so
really?
This review will be informative for me. Hey, I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan, so...
Well, then guess what? You shouldn't listen to this review either.
I mean...
Dude, go watch the movies,
It's not Citizen
man.
Kane or anything, right?
I know, but I'm just saying, man, you should definitely check out Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. They are really good. Really, really fun. Really some of the only video game movies that have come out that I think are good.
Look, you had me at Jim Carrey. Like, and
he's great.
I've loved that guy forever.
He is great in it, and he's even better in this one.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Without giving it away, I don't know anyway. But he's better because? Did it take him a while in the first one to become...
He was always evil. He was always like a bad guy. He was always like kind of, he's like a robotics expert, like, super megalomaniac kind of guy.
But he didn't get like the official look till the end, right? Like,
well, he didn't get the official look. Yeah. Okay. He didn't get the bald look and the crazy mustache. He had like a stash, but it wasn't like the crazy Dr. Robotnik stash.
Right.
Like...
But it was still funny throughout. He was still Jim Carrey.
Yeah, no, he was great. And they did a great job of teeing it up to have him being the Eggman that we know from the game. It was one of the first movies that came out direct to digital during the pandemic. And it was before they figured out that they could rent them to people for $20 instead of selling them for $20. And so I was able to buy it the day it came out for $20. And I was like, buy for $20? Hell yeah, I'll buy it for $20.
I actually bought it. I think I might have caught it on sale.
Oh, really? You own it?
I own it. I just never got around to watching it.
You go watch the movie, dude. Dude, that's freaking ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Watch the damn
there's
movie.
There's a lot
go watch the movie.
There's a lot of stuff I haven't watched.
Go watch
That's
the movie.
That's a long list, my
friend.
Go
watch the movie, bro.
Plus, none of my kids showed interest in it. And usually that's my gateway to watch a kid's flick. I want to watch it with my kids. I want to watch and enjoy it.
Your daughter didn't want to see it, really?
No, my son neither. And he knows Sonic. He knows it better than her. But, yeah.
Dude.
2 was better than 1, though.
Yes. 2 was better than 1. Absolutely. Okay. It was the Batman Returns, situation,
it was that,
right?
It was that. It was the Dark Knight level. Like, it really took it to another level, huh?
Batman had a slow intro,
yeah.
You couldn't, you had to introduce all the characters, make you care about them, make them all connect, you know what I mean? Number 2, you're just in it, you know what I mean? Like, you're in it to win it, baby. Like, let's get going.
Anyway, yeah, you're right. Enough ado.
How about this? Without further ado.
Okay.
Here it is.
Enjoy.
Here it is.
From the mouths of babes. And Noah.
Okay, here we go. So, welcome. We got a special guest here today. Thanks for joining me today, buddy. What's your name?
Noah Stella. I'm Mikey's son.
Yes, you are. Thanks for coming on the show today. I'm really excited to have you on. This was actually Troy's idea, and I think it's going to be a really fun episode having you.
Yeah, this will be epic. So let's do this. Okay, today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite movies. It's called Sonic 2. If you haven't seen Sonic 2, then turn this off right now.
Actually, first, let's give a quick review. Do you think people should go see this movie? Before we say any spoilers...
Yes. Whenever you can, watch this movie.
Okay, so our official review is go see Sonic 2 because it's awesome. I would have to agree with him. But now, if you haven't seen it, like he said, turn this sucker off, hit pause, come back, and me and the boy will be here waiting for you when you get back, okay?
Yeah, we'll be waiting for you. So
okay, so
stay tuned.
What is some of your favorite parts of the movie? What was your favorite part of Sonic 2? Absolute favorite part.
Either Supersonic or Shadow.
Shadow. You're excited about Sonic 3 to see Shadow in it? I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I kind of assumed they were going to do something like that because they did. Remember, they showed Tails at the end of Sonic 1, so I figured they were going to do something like that.
There's
Speaking of Supersonic, I told you that I knew they were going to do Supersonic at the beginning of the movie. I didn't tell you that while we were watching because I didn't want to, ruin it for you. But I knew they were going to do it the moment they were having... Remember they had that conversation on the boat?
About him being a hero?
Exactly.
How his powers would be needed and stuff?
And that eventually he would there would be a time that they would be needed and he'd have to answer the call or something like that. I knew when that conversation happened that they were going to do Supersonic. I knew it. Because it just made sense because he's already fast. He's already awesome, right?
Yeah.
He's already Sonic the Hedgehog. They had to do something to make him even more awesome so he would know that it was time for him to become the hero that he was meant to be.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. I was really hoping they were gonna put Supersonic, which they did, but I never thought they would because how in Spider-Man No Way Home they didn't put Miles Morales or Venom in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna think because usually in movies they don't do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they put the other two Spider-Mans in it, so I mean that was a pretty big deal. So let's give a breakdown. So what happens in Sonic 1 is Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik's a jerk and he kicks his butt and sends him to this mushroom planet, right? Uh-huh. And so at the beginning of Sonic 2, Dr. Robotnik figures out a way to get out of the planet and ends up coming back to Earth and trying to find the chaos. What was it? The
Master Emerald has the power of all the Chaos Emeralds.
Exactly.
And
by this point, he really looks like Dr. Robot. He looks like Dr. Eggman from the game.
Like, cause he gets a new stash, and the funny thing is that he says this in the movie. Pop's got a brand new stash.
Yep, he sure does. And I know that you really like that, but I really like that part because it's actually playing on a song called Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, and when he spins around he goes, "Ha!" That's what the singer did, James Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll play you the song one day. You'll like it.
Oh, it's kind of like in Abominable when the snake says whoop, and then everybody says there it is, and then it says whoop, there it is, and then it said whoop, and then Dave was like
whoop, there it is, whoop, there it is. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I didn't know that until you told me, so it's very similar to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I see what you're saying. Absolutely.
So basically, let me add more details, okay?
Okay.
Sonic lives in Green Hill Zone, the place where Longclaw took care of Sonic. But then suspicious people, aka Knuckles, attack.
What are they called? They're called echidnas. Echidna warriors, yeah.
Echidna warriors attack Longclaw
and I remember
Sonic and Longclaw.
Remember when we saw Sonic 1?
Yeah.
And I told you, I was like, "Oh, dude, I think those are Knuckles. Those look like Knuckles, like because they had like the red the red hair thingies coming down." Yeah.
Thingies. But it was kind of hard to realize because they had those weird masks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think they're trying to hide it.
Sure, totally.
Okay, so basically they attack Longcloth and Sonic, and so basically Longcloth sacrificed her life for Sonic, and gave him the rings that transported him to planet Earth.
And then all this stuff happens in Sonic 1. And
where he does a giant explosion from having a big forfeit about him being alone and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty sad, bro.
Yeah.
And then he makes a giant explosion, and then everybody is trying to figure out who made that giant powder out.
So
Dr. Eggman finds out, and then he comes chasing after the Blue Devil.
Right, but that's all from Sonic 1. Let's talk about...
He sends it from Mushroom Kingdom, and then in Sonic 2, comes back with Knuckles. Tries to defeat Sonic again. Tails comes and warns him, and at one point, instead of warning him, he actually helps Sonic protect the Master Emerald and defeat Eggman and Knuckles. But then Knuckles becomes a good guy, and then they all have to defeat Eggman with the Master Emerald, and then he makes this giant robot, and Eggman loses his emerald. So Sonic grabs the emerald. The robot was about to kill Sonic and his friends, and he wasn't able to use the Master Emerald because it broke. But the Chaos Emeralds inside the Master Emerald are unbreakable. The actual Chaos Emeralds went inside him. He was supersonic, beat the heck out of Mecha Eggman, and then Eggman crashes with his robot, and then the soldiers find coordinates to this lab where they find Project Shadow.
You know, the whole movie was really, really good.
And funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie was really funny, and even the stuff that didn't have to do with Sonic and just had to do with the James Marsden character, the guy who played Cyclops from X-Men, like, that was pretty funny too. Like, I really like his sister-in-law, because the lady who's getting married in the movie, she was funny, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It turns out that
her wedding was fake, and then she found her fake husband, and then she's like,
yeah, she was. It turns out that her fiance is actually an agent there to catch Sonic, and
they made a fake wedding.
As you can imagine, when she finds out, she is on the warpath, man. Oh my god. And then what about the general guy who at the end of the first one, like, he's like, oh, the American government wants to thank you for all you did for us today. It's like, and we wanted to give you this, and it's a $50 gift certificate to, like, Olive Garden or something. Yeah. And then all through the second movie, he's talking about Olive Garden the whole time.
The agents took Tails and Sonic, and they sent Donut Ward to jail. Then Donut Ward's sister-in-law and his wife both teamed up and took down the agents to free Sonic, Tails, and Donut Ward. And in one part, Donut Ward's sister-in-law saw Tails, and then she's like, oh my god, there's two of them.
Yeah, she was.
And then while they were talking about the plan to take down the agents and free all three of the people, Sonic, Tails, and Donut Ward, at the very end, Donut Ward's sister-in-law said, and then I get to find my fiance, and
yeah,
that was so funny.
That was pretty funny, because, like, could you imagine could you imagine how she feels, like, finding out that her husband, her fiance, is just an agent trying to get to someone else? Oh man,
that's pretty harsh, bro.
Generally speaking, I would say it was a really fun movie. It was definitely a great follow-up to the first one. If you like the first one...
Yeah, then you'll definitely like the second one.
In fact, I thought number 2 was better than the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Because we didn't have to deal with all the character development. We already knew who the characters were, and we could get right into it. And Knuckles was great. So when Knuckles was a bad guy, he was okay, right? But once he became a good guy,
he was so funny.
He was so funny because he just didn't understand anything. He reminded me kind of like Thor in the first movie, just like a dummy, like just had really no idea what was going on the entire time.
Oh yeah. So basically I'm gonna do beginning, middle, and end of Knuckles. Knuckles as a baby, but I wanna fight in the war.
Oh,
Knuckles
right.
as a bad guy. Where is Sonic? I wanna mush him into nothing but dust. What Knuckles did to Eggman when he handshaked him. He squeezed his hand and cracked it, and then he had to like put it back in place.
Well, I think he did that. Everyone whose hand he shook, he like broke, didn't he?
No, he didn't like break it. He just like cracked it, and then he had to like crack it back in place.
Got it.
And then when he's a good guy, in one part when Knuckles is a bad guy, Tails runs Knuckles over with the car, and then once he's a good guy, Tails says, "Are you still mad because I ran you over with that car?" And then Knuckles says, "Yes, and my revenge will come when you least expect it." And then Tails was like,
but I don't think he ever got him back, did he?
No.
It's probably gonna happen in the next movie.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. And then at the very end, Knuckles did baseball with everybody, and he won. And then everybody said, "It's time to get ice cream." And then Knuckles was like, "What's ice cream?" And then I explained what ice cream is, and he was like, "Oh, that'll be perfect to celebrate my win."
It was pretty hilarious.
He didn't even know what ice cream was.
Yeah.
In the movie, Sonic hates water, and then when he's on the boat, he falls in water. And then at the very end of the conversation that Donald Ward and Sonic have, at the very end, he steps in the water and pushes the boat while he's running super fast, running on water. And then Donald Ward's like, hey Sonic, please, Sonic, stop!"
Yeah, and then at the very end, he ends up like running on the ocean, right?
Yeah.
To get to the emerald.
While they were having the talk, Sonic was like, "Do we seriously have to talk about it?" And he was also saying, like, "You're supposed to be my friend, not my dad." And then there's one part where while he was trying to be the hero,
in air quotes, mind you.
Yeah. Everybody said, "You are the worst hero ever." While he was doing that, Donald Ward went into Sonic's room, and then he saw a fake little thing of Sonic where Sonic said, "Hey, dude, I think you should stay back because this hedgehog has had a lot of chili dogs." And they fart, and he's like, it's the fart apocalypse! Fart! Run away! Save yourself! And then
they definitely knew who their demographic
and then
was.
The doll is the doll.
Yeah, it turns out it's
the doll.
Yeah, it's a fake Sonic. Definitely pulled a Ferris Bueller on that one. Do you know
And
who Ferris Bueller is?
No, but while Donald Ward and Sonic were having the talk,
eventually,
Sonic said, "I knew I should have done real farts."
Because real farts are so much more convincing than fake farts, right?
Yeah.
So, if you had to rate this movie, how many stars would you give this movie?
5.
You'd give it 5 stars?
Yep.
Okay. What other movies get 5 stars in your opinion? Like, what can you think of? Like 2 other movies that you?
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Okay.
And maybe Bad Guys.
Really?
Bad Guys.
I don't know about that, man. I would not say. I do not think this was. I don't think Bad Guys was as good as this. I would give Sonic the Hedgehog 2. My normal rating is 3.5 stars out of 5.
3.5 stars?
That's better than average, but not like amazing. Maybe a 4, but maybe even but you know, I would say 3.5 stars out of 5. Definitely. definitely. And I think the reason why I would give it 3.5 stars out of 5 and not anything more is that, it is still kind of a fluff movie. There's not much to it. But it was so fun to watch. I thought Jim Carrey did a great job as Dr. Robotnik. He was really good in this one.
I think they were gonna make Fat Eggman in number 3, but I think that Jim Carrey is gonna quit for Sonic 3. I think.
You think he's not gonna act? Because he did say that he was retiring from acting, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes people will retire and just do 1 or 2 roles here and there when they're really feeling up to it. But I will say that I think you should definitely see it. I definitely think it's worth seeing. I mean, you should not be... If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't be listening at this point anyways. But I will say, if you still are, go see Sonic 2. If you liked Sonic 1, you will love Sonic 2.
Oh, yeah, and then when we were leaving the movie theater, I saw kids with, Sonic pajamas and, Sonic stuffed animals, and I was like, they're seeing Sonic 2.
And he also... We were talking about it, and then he was like, wait, shh, we can't talk about it. We don't want to ruin it for anyone else. So I will say, when I heard him say that, I was very proud of him. I realized I had taught my son well. So, that being said, you have any final words you want to say to the audience?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, and something that I want to say is that this has been super fun, and I really enjoyed being with you guys today. Bye.
See you later.
Adios, post.
He just looked weird as hell originally.
And you know what? In a weird way, that was really good PR. In that they listened to fans and they fixed it.
And fans are like, well, we got to go see it now.
You got to beat that word out. Mike cursed and I didn't. I'm actively trying to keep it clean for this episode. We can cut that out. I don't want your wife coming at me, put her angel in a filthy broadcast. You filthy animal.